Good day, ma'am. Today, we embark on a rigorous exploration of Jollibee Food Corporation, a company that has tantalized taste buds and captivated investors worldwide. Our mission is to dissect their financial statement using three powerful analytical tools: percentage change analysis, common size analysis, and financial ratio analysis. Next. So this is the financial statement of Jollibee Foods Corporation. Horizontal analysis, the differences in absolute amount and in percentage between two periods. Example, years, quarters, etc. Two companies, actual and budgeted data, and other basis of analysis. The difference could either be an increase or decrease, both in amount and percentage. A percentage change can be computed by dividing the change in amount over the base as expressed below. Percentage of change is equal to amount of change divide base. So sa percentage of change analysis, need mo na makuha yung amount ng percentage ng current year na 2022. So first, para makuha mo yung amount, you need to subtract the current year, the 2022 to previous year, which is the 2021. And yung difference nun, ayun na yung amount. Para naman sa percentage, para makuha mo yung percentage, ang kailangan mo naman gawin ay i-divide yung amount sa previous year and yung quotient nun ay i-multiply mo sa 100 para makuha mo na yung percentage. So for the next 4 slides ay ipapakita namin yung mga na-compute namin for the percentage change analysis. So sa assets, cash and cash equivalents. The amount is 4,126,604. Increase to 17. Short-term investments. Amount 539,468. Increase to 8. Financial assets and fair value through profit or loss. The amount is negative 6,161,911, decreased to 43. Receivable and contract assets. Amount is 2,381,449, increased to 33. Inventories. Amount is 7,942,319, increased to 85. Other current assets. The amount is 600,845, increased to 6. Total current assets, 9,478,774, increased to 14. So non-current assets, financial assets at fair value through profit or loss. The amount is negative 12,730, decreased to 32. Interest in and advance to joint ventures, co-ventures, and associates. Amount 2,684,688, increased to 17. Property, plant, and equipment. Amount is 5,876,899, increased to 19. Right of use assets. Amount is 3,909,647, increased to 10. Trademarks, goodwill, and other intangible assets. Amount is 1,104,659, increased to 2. Next. Operating less receivables. Amount is negative 55,532, decreased to 1. Finance lease receivables. Amount is negative 15,055, decreased to 27. Deferred tax assets net amount is negative 844,013, decreased to 12. Other non-current assets amount 441,141, increased to 12. Total non-current assets amount 13,085,704, increased to 9. And 22,564,478, increased to 11. Liabilities and equities. Current liabilities. Trade payable and other current liabilities and contract liabilities. Amount 10,290,925, increased to 31. Short-term debt. Amount 3,866,358, decreased to 7.58. Income tax payable. Amount 177,447, increased to 1.19. Current portion of lease liabilities. Amount is 904,775, increased to 12. Next. Long-term debt. Amount negative 279,059, decrease 6. Provisions. None. Total current liabilities. Amount 15,645,976, increased to 34. Non-current liabilities. Senior debt securities. Amount 2,862,194, increased to 9. Non-current portion of lease liabilities. Amount 4,055,995, increased to 11. Long-term debt. Negative 5,817,948, increased to 33. Interest in an associate. Amount negative 179,088, decreased to negative 1. Pension liability. Amount negative 525,163, decreased to 22. Derivative liabilities. Amount negative 12,795, decreased to negative 1. Provisions. Amount negative 119,866, decreased to negative 12. Deferred tax liabilities net. Amount negative 75,705, decreased to 2. Total non-current liabilities. Amount 187,624, increased to 0.2. Total liabilities carried forward. Amount 15,833,600, increased to 12. Total liabilities brought forward. Amount 15,833,600, increased to 12. Next. Equity attributable to equity holders of the parent company. Capital stock. Amount 0 and increase 0. Common net and subscription receivable. Amount 24,053, increased to 2. Additional paid in capital. Amount 1,760,425, increased to 12. Other reserve 0. Cumulative translation adjustment of foreign subsidiaries and interest in joint ventures and associate. Amount 616,925 increased to 57. Remeasurement loss on net defined benefit plan net of tax. Amount negative 447,460 decreased to 39. Comprehensive loss on derivative liabilities. Amount negative 12,795 decreased to 1. Excess of cost over the carrying value of non-controlling interest acquired. 0. Retaining earnings appropriated for future expansion. 0. Unappropriated. Amount 3,757,553 increased to 27. And last 6,619,211 increased to 12. Yan ko pa. Less cost of common stock held in treasury. 0. And senior perpetual securities. 0. Non-controlling interest. Negative 111,667 decreased to 7. Total equity. Amount 6,730,878 increased to 9. And last 22,564,478 increased to 11. So percentage change analysis. Assets. Current assets have increased by 14%, driven mainly by significant increase in inventories, 85%, and receivables, contract assets 33%. But there's a substantial decrease in financial asset at fair value through profit or loss, negative 43%, indicating potential losses or change in investment strategies. Liabilities. Both current and non-current liabilities have increased. Current liabilities surged by 34%, primarily due to higher trade payable and other current liabilities. Non-current liabilities slightly by 0.2%, indicating stability in long-term obligation. Equity. Equity has grown by 9% with notable increase in retained earnings 27% and additional paid-in capital 17%. Non-controlling interest decreased by 17%. Overall, the Jollibee Food Corporation has experienced significant growth in assets, liabilities, and equity, indicating expansion and increased financial activity. The increase in liabilities suggests higher financial leverage, potentially to fund growth initiatives or operational requirements. Equity growth, particularly in retained earnings and additional paid-in capital, reflects the company's ability to generate profits and attract investment. The decrease in non-controlling interest may indicate change in ownership structure or consolidation efforts. The substantial decrease in financial assets at fair value through profit or loss warrants further investigation into the reason behind this decline and its potential impact on the company's financial performance. Okay na.
Common size analysis. In revenue, the gross sales of 2022 is 102.4, in 2021 102.7, and in 2020 is 102.7. So in gross sales, mas mataas yung percentage nung 2021 and 2020 kaysa sa 2022. In sales discount, in 2022 2.4, in 2021 2.7, and 2020 2.7. So in sales discount, mas mataas pa rin yung percentage ng 2021 and 2020 kaysa sa 2022. The net sales, parehas lang yung percentage is 100 in 2022, 2021, and 2020. And royalties, set up fees, and others in 2022 is 6.0, 2021 6.1, and 2020 5.3. So mas mataas yung percentage dito is yung 2021. The PFRS 15 impact on system-wide advertising fees in 2022. In 2022 is 1.7, in 2021 1.6, and in 2020 1.3. Direct costs in 2022 we have 90.0, in 2021 89.4, in 2020 95.4. The gross profit, we have 18.8 in 2022, 18.3 in 2021, and 11.2 in 2020. Expenses, general and administrative expenses net in 2022, 11.6, in 2021, 11.6, and 2020, 19.6. Advertising and promotions in 2022, we have 2.1, in 2021, 2.3, and in 2020, we have 2.2. Interest income expense. Interest income, we have 0.2 in 2022, in 2021 we have 0.1, and in 2020 we have 0.2. The interest expense, in 2022 we have 2.4, in 2021 we have 2.9, and in 2020 we have 3.1. The equity and net earnings losses of joint ventures and associates net, we have in 2020 we have 0.9. The other income net, 2.9 in 2022, 2.7 in 2021, and 3.4 in 2020. The income loss before income tax is 5.7 in 2022, 4.3 in 2021, and 11.0 in 2020. Provision for benefit from income tax. Current, we have 1.8 in 2022, 1.4 in 2021, and 1.3 in 2020. The deferred, we have 0.2 percentage in 2022, 1.0 percentage in 2021, and 1.8 percentage in 2020. The net income loss, we have 3.7 in 2022, 3.9 in 2021, and 10.4 for 2020. Other comprehensive income loss to be reclassified to profit or loss in subsequent years. 0.7 in 2022, 1.0 in 2021, and 1.1 in 2020. translation adjustments of foreign joint ventures and associates. 0.5 in 2022, we have 0.1 in 2021, and also 0.1 in 2020. Comprehensive income loss on derivative liability, we have in 2022 none, in 2021 0.1, in 2020 we have 0.1. Other comprehensive income loss not be reclassified to profit or loss in subsequent years. Remeasurements gain loss on pension net of tax. We have 0.2 in 2022. Also, we have 0.2 in 2021 and 0.4 for 2020. The total comprehensive income loss is 4.2 in 2022, 5.1 in 2021, and 11.9 in 2020. The net income loss attributable to equity holders of the parent company, we have 3.8% in 2022, 4.2% in 2021, and 9.5% in 2020. Non-controlling interest, 0.1 in 2022, 0.3% in 2021, and 0.9% in 2020. Total comprehensive income loss attributable to equity holders of the parent company. In 2022, we have 4.4%, in 2021, 5.6%, and in 2020, 11.0%. The non-controlling interest, we have 0.2% in 2022, 0.5% in 2021, and 0.9% in 2020. The earning loss per share for net income loss attributable to equity holders of the parent company. So in 2022, we have 3.3%. In 2021, 3.7%. And in 2020, we have 8.6%. Diluted, we have 3.2 in 2022, 3.7 in 2021, and 8.6 for 2020. So in common size analysis, the revenue, gross sales have remained relatively stable over the 3 years. Net sales and other revenue streams have also maintained consistency. Indirect costs and gross profit, direct costs as a percentage of revenue have fluctuated with a slight decrease in 2021, followed by a slight increase in 2022. Gross profit margins have shown improvement over the period, indicating better cost management. In expenses, general and administrative expenses have remained relatively stable. Advertising and promotional expenses have slightly decreased, indicating potential efficiency in marketing spend. In interest income expense, interest expenses have decreased slightly over the years, suggesting better debt management or lower interest rates. Income and comprehensive income. Income before income tax has fluctuated with a significant decrease in 2021, followed by a recovery in 2022. Net income has also varied, with the lowest point in 2021 and a rebound in 2022. The total comprehensive income has followed a similar trend. In earnings per share, basics and diluted earnings per share have fluctuated in line with changes in net income.
Short-term solvency. Working capital, current assets 74,860,841, minus current liabilities 61,492,067. The working capital is 13,368,774. It indicates that Jollibee Food Corporation has more current assets than current liabilities. This implies that the company has sufficient short-term asset to cover its short-term obligation. Also, working capital position is a positive sign for Jollibee Food Corporation, indicate its ability to meet short-term obligation and potentially pursue growth opportunities in the future. Current ratio. Current assets 74,860,841 divide current liabilities 61,492,067. A current ratio of 1.21. One ratio indicates that the Jollibee Food Corporation has $1.21 in current asset for every $1 in current liabilities. The current ratio above 1 is considered that the financial health and operational efficiency of the Jollibee Food Corporation is positive. That implies that the company current asset exceed its current liabilities. That means that the company has sufficient short-term asset to cover its short-term obligation. Working capital to total asset ratio 13,368,774 divide 233,402,705. The working capital total asset ratio is 10%, indicates that for every $1 of total asset, the company has $0.10 of working capital. This means that 10% of the company total asset that are represented by its working capital, which is the difference between its current asset and current liabilities. Working capital to total asset ratio 10% provide insight into Jollibee Food Corporation efficiency in managing its working capital relative to its total asset base, but it should be considered alongside other financial ratio and factors to gain a comprehensive understanding of the company financial position and performance. Working capital turnover, net sales 65,382,067 minus average working capital 45,846,091. The 2021 working capital is 19,535,976 plus 13,368,774 divide 2, then total divide by 19 996,657,800 ay 285 equal 11.96. In 2021, Jollibee Food Corporation is using capital of 19,535,976 pesos. This means for every peso of working capital invested in 2021, Jollibee Food Corporation generated a certain amount of sales. The working capital turnover of Jollibee Food Corporation appropriately 11.96 suggests that for every peso of average working capital invested over the period, the company generated about 11.96 pesos in net sales. This indicates a high level of efficiency in utilizing its working capital to drive sales during the specified time frame. asset liquidity. Percentage of distribution of current asset. Current asset cash evaluation. Evaluate amount 28,869,279. Percentage 39. Short-term investment amount 619,168. Percentage 1. Financial asset are fair value through profit or loss amount 8,250,991. Percentage 11. Receivable and contract asset 9,627,435%. Percentage 13. Inventories amount 17,297,648. Percentage 23. Other current asset 196,320. Percentage 14. Total current assets 74,860,841. Percentage 100.
Ratio of current asset to total asset. Ratio of current asset to total asset equals 74,860,841 divided by 233,402,705 equals 32.07%. The ratio of current assets to total assets, calculated as 32.7%, indicates that approximately one-third of Jollibee Food Corporation's total assets are composed of current assets. It means the ratio of 32.7% of Jollibee Food Corporation maintains a prudent balance between liquidity and asset utilization, supporting its operational needs while preserving financial stability and flexibility. Debt ratio. Debt ratio equal total liabilities divided by total assets equal 152,487,672 divided by 233,402,705 equals 65.3%. Debt ratio. A debt ratio of 65.3%, it means that the Jollibee Food Corporation has a substantial reliance on debt financing to support its operations and growth and objectives.
Stability. Equity ratio. Equity ratio is equals to total stockholders' equity divided by total assets is equals to total stockholders' equity 80,915,033 divided by 233,402,705 is equals to 34.7%. A debt ratio of 65.3% indicates that Jollibee Food Corporation has a substantial reliance on debt financing to support its operation and objectives. While debt can be an effective tool for expansion, managing debt levels prudently and critical to mitigating financial risks and safeguarding the company's financial stability. Debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio is equals to total liabilities divided by total stockholders' equity. Total liabilities is equals to 152,487,672 divided by 80,915,033 is equals to 1.38 is to 1. A debt equity ratio of 1.88 is to 1 of the Jollibee Food Corporation has a relative high level of financial leverage, with a significant portion of its capital structure funded by debt.
Next po. D. Efficiency. Current asset turnover. Turnover. Current asset turnover is equal to cost of sales and expense divided by average current assets. Cost, cost of sales and expense is equals to 1,196,657,285 divided by average current assets 74,860,841 plus 65,382,067 mul- multiplied by 1 half is equals to 2.81x. The current asset turnover ratio of 2.81x for Jollibee Food Corporation indicates that the company generated 2.81 is revenue for every dollar invested in current assets during the period. This suggests that Jollibee efficiently utilized its current assets to generate sales. Fixed asset turnover. Fixed assets turnover is equals to net sales divided by average fixed assets. The net sales is equals to 196,657,285 divided by average fixed assets, which is 145,456,160 plus 158,541,864 multiplied by 1 half is equals to 1.3x. A fixed asset turnover of 1.3x, it suggests that the Jollibee generates a 1.3 in sales for every one invested in fixed assets. This indicates that the Jollibee Food Corporation efficiently utilized its assets to generate sales revenue. Total assets turnover. Assets turnover is equals to net sales divided by average total assets. Net sales is equals to 196,657,285 divided by average total assets, which is 210,838,227 plus 233,402,705 multiplied by 2 is equals to 0.89x. A total asset turnover ratio of 0.89x suggests that the Jollibee generates 0.89 in sales for every invested in total assets. This indicates the effectiveness of the company in utilizing its assets to generate revenue. Equity turnover. Equity turnover is equals to net sales divided by average stockholders' equity. Net sales is equals to 196,657,285 divided by average stockholders' equity, which is 74,184,155 plus 80,915,033 multiplied by 1 half is equals to 2.54x. The equity turnover ratio of 2.54x suggests that the Jollibee Food Corporation efficiently utilized holders' equity to generate sales revenue. This reflects positively on the company's operational efficiency and may contribute to investor confidence and shareholder value creation.
Return on sales. Return on sales equals net profit divided by net sales. Net profit of 7,338,493 divided by net sales 196,657,285 equals 3.7%. Return on sale for Jollibee Food Corporation is 3.7%. This indicates that for every peso of net sales, Jollibee earns approximately 3.7 centavos in net profit. It reflects the company's efficiency in generating profits from its sales. Return on assets. Return on asset equal net profit divided by average total assets. 210,838,227 plus 233,402,705 times 0.5 divided by 7,338,493 equals 3.30. Return on assets for Jollibee Food Corporation is 3.30%. This means that for every peso of average total assets the company holds, it generates approximately 3.30 centavos in net profit. Return on equity. Return on equity equals net income divided by average owner's equity. 74,184,155 plus 80,915,033 divided by 1/2 divided by 7,338,493 equals 9.46%. Return on equity for Jollibee Food Corporation is 9.46%. This indicates that for every peso of average owner's equity invested in the company, Jollibee generates approximately 9.46 centavos in net income.
That's all for presentation, ma'am. Thank you for listening.